try. 可以用中文，但是可以先帮助我了解你的问题。用中文问我 ，OK。所以你说那个发文的过往吗？Oh, yeah. Different governments. That's actually something about Taiwan. You know, when it comes to tax, a lot of people complain about Taiwan. 有很多台湾人说，台湾没有那么好，台湾有这个问题，但是这个 tax 都那个是少的。If we talk about this, Taiwan is really amazing. I mean, for me, for my salary, okay, my tax is like, what, 7% every year? So if I make more money, then maybe it goes up to 14. Okay? So it's 真的很少，对不对？ But look at what we get. I mean, your health care, if you go to the hospital in Taiwan, it's really very cheap, right? I mean, especially for teeth problems, most countries, your teeth problems don't get covered under health care. So, you know a root canal? When you have, when the tooth has to be drilled out. You know when the doctor has to go in and clean this all out, and then this part here. You know this, right? 真的很贵吗？台湾不是, right? But in other countries where this isn't covered, okay, 20 years ago, all right, 20年前，在加拿大。它是差不多1000块钱，但是这是加拿大的钱 right? So that would be like 30,000 NT for this to have your teeth done. Okay? Taiwan 呢，就跟300块多了 right? And for the taxes in Canada. When my dad was a high school teacher, okay, when he was like high school teachers are not rich, right? They are kind of the poor people in the country. 真的老师真的没有很多钱 But his taxes. Right? Half of his money went to pay for a government where we don't even get this for free. So different taxes in different countries 真的很不一样，对。为什么是这样子？ You have to ask the government 这个国家的问题。台湾真的很棒。So don't go to another country to try to find happiness. Taiwan really is the best place. Yeah. So see, that's kind of your question, yeah. So, good question. Not about English, but still, it's a good question. That's a good one. That's a good one. You have a question. Okay. How do I want to learn English? I said, how can you learn English? How do I learn English? Okay. First thing. Alright, 最重要的. All of this, you know how I learned this? I asked. I saw there was a problem. 这个 CH 的问题，我看 看到啊，为什么是这样子？我的老师教我是都要记的，是这个很不好学习。所以有这个问题，为什么是这样子？ And I ask, and I try to find an answer, and I look for patterns. Like with this, English has not that many, 有差不多7个8个不同的类型, right? There's not that many. And most dictionaries, if you know to look, most dictionaries have a place where they tell you all of these different forms, right? So you have awake, awoke, awoken, bear, bore, born, beat, beaten, right? Most dictionaries have this. 比较简单的字典，所以也是比较简单的。But if you find a good dictionary, this one is a problem. It's a good dictionary, but it doesn't have this. But most dictionaries I know have something like this. And then if you look at them and you look for the patterns, all you need to do is take the words and put them in groups. 好，有这个 ing, ang, ung. 有哪一个动词是跟它一样，还是跟它有关系？ And you make groups with them. You look for answers. I never studied English in university. 我大学没有学习英文。So, now, I'm answering your question, so you should probably listen, right? The thing is, if you want to learn your own language, learning another language helps. 要学你们自己的语言，了解不同的语言真的很棒。因此，还有很重要的，要学习新的语言，并要了解你们自己的语言。You have to understand your language. And the easiest way to do that is you take 2 languages and then you look at them and you see how are they different. 他们是怎么不一样，是怎么一样？所以开始了解，每个语言有东西是一样的。Every language has sounds. 每个语言有音，我们的口里面都一样，所以每个语言的音差不多有一样的音 ，right? Some languages have some sounds that are different from other languages. 中文有这个是，还有语，英文没有语，还没有这个是，但是法文跟德文都有语 ，right? These sounds are the same in different languages. So find the things that are the same. 有很多是一样的，所以开始了解不一样的地方为什么是不一样。怎么可以记得？需要了解。So, that's how I learned English. I mean, I never studied it in university. You know what I studied in university? Just other languages. My degree is in Italian. I studied Italian and French and German and Spanish and Latin and Greek. I never studied English. So the reason I know so much about it is because I find problems. 要帮助我的学生了解这个问题。这我不太了解，所以我要学习。Right? A lot of this comes from other language studies. 我的发音是真的很好。My pronunciation really is quite good because I've studied pronunciation in other languages. 有意大利文的发音，有德文的发音，了解他们，所以有了解英文的发音比较好。Alright, my Chinese pronunciation not so good. I know, 因为有这个声的问题，对不对？那个一声、二声、三声。If you think English is hard at all, Chinese is. Okay, so. It really starts with questions. 有东西我不太了解，所以我要了解。Yeah. And then practice, and then it stays with you. Yeah. So, good question. 好。Another question, Dave. Mm-hmm.
How to
One answer. Okay. The question is the difference between American and British English, and how do you know the difference? 一个很简单的，为什么大陆有简单的中文？ Why did China start to use simple characters? 是一样的问题。Is to make them different. There's always the argument, the reason they say is, oh, we need to make Chinese easier because our students aren't smart enough. Or we make Chinese easier for other people to learn. But that's not it. It's politics. So the same thing with American English. They changed it as much as they could to make it different from British English. So wherever you see that there's a word that's, if they make it shorter, 他们的发音有短的拼法，所以是美国的英文。All right? There are a lot of places that you can see very easily, like in the word color. This is the correct spelling. Right? There's a reason why we have two letters. 有两个字，为什么？有跟它的加州的拼法的关系。Right? These words all come from somewhere. In French, this was spelled with an EU. So that's why English has the OU. There's a reason for it. But the American English wants to be different. So they say, we'll just spell it like this. So this is one place. Another one is with RE and ER. This one is not as important. Like with the word meter, you guys know KM, right?